Good evening, everyone. So we are going to work on this little spot in here tonight. Watching Dad's Louisiana video, he cleans up the concrete and the deck boards with a solution, and I messaged him. I said, "What is that?" And he said, all it was a bleach solution. So I went and bought some Clorox outdoor bleach, and we're going to give this a sweep, and then I'm going to spray the bleach on with my little 2-gallon pump sprayer and get it pressure washed. I also went out and got some of these double pointed tacks because this white wire here is, I don't know what that is for, but I'm going to pick it back up because that stuff will drive me crazy. So we're going to take care of the wire, and I'm going to sweep up these rocks, and then we'll get that bleach on there and get it pressure washed off and see how well it works. I want to give this a shot before I do the deck because I can fine tune the solution in between. There we go, that's nice and straight now, so that looks a lot better. So it's about 2 cups of bleach per gallon of water. Good enough. I can tell you about when you're looking for a neighborhood to live in. Try to find the one that has kids outside playing, even if it's in the streets by themselves, because it's a pretty dead giveaway of a good neighborhood. So on this old door at the bottom, you can see there's moss growing, and I just thought I'd give an overview. So I'm going to spray this on there, let it sit, scrub it, pressure wash it off. Those kids, there's a hill back there, and they live 2 houses down, and they roll themselves in a blanket, and then they like roll down the hill. It's hilarious to watch. And they're just having a blast. So if you hear them, that's what they're doing. Yeah, I'd say that looks a lot better. Guess we'll have to show you guys when it's dry to get the full effect, but the concrete is pretty beat up in here, but considering that there's, you know, both the garage and the house both just dump in here with water, putting on gutters would probably help. Yeah, but I'd say it looks a lot nicer, and once it all dries, it's going to look really nice. Now I have to do over here, get all that taken care of, and then we'll call that done for today. I got some weed killer for that, and probably want to fill that with something. I don't know what yet, but we're gonna move some of this stuff and spray all this out. Okay, so we got all that cleaned up and looks pretty good. Now I've mixed up a batch of chemical for weed killer, and I'm gonna kill these weeds in here. This chemical, I can't remember what it is, but it's good stuff. These weeds don't stand a chance. It works far too well. So I'm going to kill up all these dandelions, and then I'll go through the yard and do like some spot treatment stuff, and then we have that little gravel parking pad. I'm going to go take care of that, but all this stuff will be dead within, that stuff works within like 24 hours. They're gone. So alright, let's take care of that. Okay, today we're working on the bleaching of the front deck. My research online says you can do about a 50-50 mix, and that dilutes it down, because bleach is actually, like straight bleach is really hard on wood. They use it at like the pulp mills to break down the wood fibers, but 50-50 or less seems to be okay for deck boards. So I'm gonna get that mixed, and then I'll show you guys what the front deck looks like, and we can do kind of a side-by-side comparison. This little bird in here. What you doing? Whoa, there you go. Looks like maybe a finch. And I thought I'd show you what this looks like today. It's been drying out. We did get rain again last night and this morning, so it's looking pretty good though. Okay, so this is the front deck, and ultimately it's going to need all the boards replaced, but I was looking at them, it's like this one, probably the one against the house, this little chunk. If the rest of these cleaned up okay, probably get a few years out of them. So we're gonna see if how they clean up, but this is what they look like before, and we'll see what the bleach water does. So you can see the line from no bleach to bleach, and then bleach to pressure washed. And the key to this is to have one of these nozzles that spin, and it works so much better because it's like the jet stream, but it spins so it doesn't eat away the wood. Alright, here's what it looks like. Wow, it's windy out here. So now it's all dried, and you can see just how big of a difference that is. You can also see here where the deck was, bleach was applied without water, and that brightened it up a lot. In fact, a person could almost do it one more time. But it's good to do this. It's also good because, like, right in here, there's that metal piece of flashing, and the other people must have had a couple big dogs, and there's a bunch of dog hair stuck in there. So it's good to clean that out so that the water can run. But I'm going to continue on here. I think I'm going to start over here, do a swath, and then work it all over. Probably should have done that to begin with. Especially the wind's going that way, so blow it all in the same direction here. Oh, that looks way better. We just have this little remaining chunk, and we're going to take care of that right now. And then we just have to do the front. So I guess I'll give you guys an update tomorrow once this all dries, and we can see just how much of a difference it is. So the van has developed a misfire on cylinder number 2, and we really need this thing to be running because we have to run in the town and grab a boat and run in the town and get some lumber and doors and windows and whatever else. And so I had ordered 6 new coils. They're the built-in style that go into the spark plug hole, and 6 new spark plugs, and they're supposed to be here this evening. So we are going to rip this thing apart. The unfortunate thing is you have to take like the whole air box and mass airflow and the whole top of this engine off to get to it. So kind of a huge pain, but let's rip into it, and it shouldn't take too long. I should add that this is a 2019, but we have over 75,000 miles on it, so we've put some miles on this thing. Alright, let's continue on. So here is the back bank. This is 1, 3, 5, and up front it's 2, 4, 6. I believe that's right. I know this is number 2 here. But yeah, these are what we're going to be changing out. These little coils, and then inside of that hole is the spark plug. So we have to undo these. There's a little red tab here that slides back. Probably need 2 hands. But yeah, there's one here, here, this vacuum line, and then two 10 mils, one here, one over here, 13 mil, that takes the whole metal bracket off. And then there's two 10 mils in the front here. And then 7, I believe they're 8 mils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that whole plenum comes off, and then we can have full access to what we actually are trying to get to. Worth mentioning that inside of these holes is the valves, so we're just taking stuff a paper towel in each one of those holes because we don't want anything falling in there. Well, it's mosquito o'clock, so we got our arm saver going, and we're just gonna get these spark plugs out and look at each one. So primarily in that would be 4 and 3. Spark plugs are kind of burned up in the top here. Kind of see that where it's sparked quite a bit. But I'm pretty positive that these are original, so not a super big deal. That's 75,000 miles, that's quite a bit, so they don't look bad. Well, it is getting late. It is currently 9:12. The UPS tracking said it'd be here by 7, but I know I've seen the UPS guy twice, and it was around this time when it's just getting dark out, so we're gonna wait a little bit longer. 9:49 at night. Unbelievable. Okay, we're gonna get this thing put back together. Got our spark plugs and coils, the new ones. And try to go about it as fast as we can because it is 10 o'clock at night and I just need to get this done at this point. So set you guys up and I'm going to get to work. Okay, all 6 coils and spark plugs are in. So now I got to pull all these paper towels out and put the plenum back on and then bolt that down and get everything hooked back up. But that's the extent of that. That wasn't so bad. Okay, we got to put back together. Let's start it up here, and as long as it runs good, we can take it on another little journey here around the block. Alright, we had a vacuum line disconnected, which I thought something seemed weird because the idle was lopey and it was staying up at like 1,000 RPMs. And then when I was leaving, I put it in reverse and it was like no brakes. Right when I hit the brakes, the ABS kicked on, and then a lightning bolt was flashing at me, and I'm like, yeah, something is not right here. So I quickly went under there, and I knew just the line I forgot. But I think we're good now, so we're gonna take it out just on a little spin. It's 10:30, so it took me a half hour to put that thing back together. And yeah, we'll see how it runs. Yeah, this engine's running great now. Ever since we owned it, I thought it had a little bit of a weird knock, kinda. Not really, but when you'd get on it, we kind of and that went away. So maybe it's just I can't hear anything right now, but we'll have to see. Maybe it always had a slight miss, and it just could have been missing on a cylinder the whole time, and then maybe that was 2 cylinders that were missing or something. I don't know, but seems fixed now. Rosie, where are we going today?
There.
We're gonna have a picnic?
Yeah.
All right. Heading up, this is Palisade, I believe is how it's pronounced. Really steep cliffs. Yeah, hon. What's up?
Playground?
Yep, we're gonna go to the playground after dinner. Yellow what?
Like a yellow pipe.
Oh.
Like a yellow pipe. This is a good spot.
Yep.
Bum, 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 bum.
Today we came here to the state park, found a picnic area, right?
Yeah.
Had to walk in here, but just grilling up some burgers. Of course, I forgot everything, but that's all right. We'll make do with what we got.
What's that noise, Daddy?
That's a bird. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tea, wicked. Daddy.
Yep.
I'm gonna have.
Oh, we do have spoons and stuff.
Yeah, plates.
We don't have plates though, but we have spoons, and I do have a sippy if you need
I want
it.
help. I want to help.
Should we see if it's ready to be flipped?
Yeah.
All right.
I help you.
All right. Let's check it out here. Oh yeah. Ooh, yum yum.
Yum yum. I help.
All right. You can
I
help me in a
help.
couple minutes,
Mommy,
okay?
help. Mommy, help.
Be careful by the grill, please.
Daddy, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I put a piece of wood there so the grease will drip on it. Should we check it?
No.
No. Yummy.
Look at that.
Is it cooking good?
Daddy, I want to go some hot Texas.
What?
I'm going to go home.
Yep, we're going to be eating soon here, huh?
I'm going to go home.
Oh, once we're done with our picnic, we'll go home, okay?
Milk.
Okay. Well, Rosie, we got to get our bread ready. Okay?
I'm gonna help.
Now we don't have plates, so we're just gonna use the bench.
I want to get one.
You want what?
I want to do it.
Okay.
Ooh, this is to you.
Is that, yeah.
That's Daddy.
Oh, is that Dad's?
And me.
Okay.
And to I want to do that.
Did you want mustard and ketchup on yours?
Yeah.
Which one's yours?
Yeah, I like it.
Which one's yours?
I want all of them.
Okay. Tell you what, let's get your hot dog on here. Alright. It's hot, so we're gonna give it a minute, okay?
No one eat it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You want me to cut it up for you, or are you gonna take a bite like a big girl?
I'm gonna take a bite of bacon.
Okay, you want some chips?
No.
Okay.
Cool. This is. I have some cereal salad.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I don't want cereal. One more. Yeah, you did it. Have fun.
Let's go, sweetie.
So let's dip.
Okay.
Look at that big. Look at how big it is. Look at all the big water.
Rosie, I got lots of cool ones over here. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so I put that plywood out there and that mold guard sheetrock for free because it was taking up like all of my workbench I couldn't really get to, and it was driving me nuts. So we got that out for free, put a little thing on Marketplace, so hopefully someone comes and grabs it. So now you can see that we can access the workbench. Before, those pieces were sticking up on there. It was driving me nuts, but this is a nice workbench. So I already got my little power strip on there, which is probably one of the most handy things I've ever done at the last house, and now this one. I gotta get my vise on there and stuff like that, but they left 3 2x, which I kept those. This piece of PVC, I don't know where I'm going to stash that, but I'll keep that because I have needed PVC in the past. It's actually good for storing stuff too. And then just some like random notebook and junk that I'll throw away. She also left this note with 3 pennies, and I can't really show you it because there's kind of like some personal stuff about where we live. But she did say, the shot glass in the back window of the house and garage has been there for the last 2 owners, so toss if you'd like. She also left 3 pennies, so she kept finding money laying around face up, so she's like, oh yeah, that's good luck. And then I guess this means good luck too. But what kind of shells are these? 45s. I'll keep those. But I'm not huge on, well, I don't drink at all, and I'm not going to look at this shot glass every day, so I don't know how good of luck this was to them or anyone, but yeah. That kind of stuff, it's like, oh yeah, let's just keep junk around because we think it's good luck. Well, let's not say we did. Alright, let's throw out the rest of the stuff so that we can clean up the joint a bit. I'll give Dad those 45s because I don't have a use for it, but he will. Looks like the sump pump ran. I better put that thing back on there. So this evening we're gonna be taking off all this wood and stacking it probably by the house or something. I got a mess back here, but when you buy one of these kits, it doesn't come with the slide, and then it doesn't come with the lumber, so I have to get like some 2x4s, some 4x4s. It comes to $130 extra worth of wood, and then you have to buy the slide also, which is still a little bit cheaper than if you were to buy one from other places. And I feel like the boards are thicker than what you would get at other places, so I guess take that with what you will. But yeah, I've got to get this trailer unloaded because I have to go get more lumber and all sorts of stuff tomorrow, which is Father's Day, so I gotta hit the road early, drive all the way into that'd be Duluth, or more important, Hermantown, and take care of some stuff like that. But yeah. Alright everyone, so I'm pretty tired. Sam was out with her parents for Father's Day today, and I had to keep up with Rose all day, and that's a lot of work. So I shouldn't say work, but she has a lot of energy, so trying to keep up with her takes a fair bit of energy. But tomorrow morning early I'm hitting the road. We need to run to, I believe, Menards, and I'm gonna go inside and kind of make my list because we got a lot of stuff to get. So alright, that's all for now. Thanks. See you tomorrow. So today is Father's Day, and I woke up early and headed into town. Got to Menards right when they opened and got a bunch of stuff for finishing up Rose's playground. A few deck boards, 3 or 4 deck boards to kind of patch up what we have going on there. The big square box is a new storm door, because the one in the front of the house is good. It just needs the screen replaced, but this one here is shot. So I don't know how many times you have to open a screen door for it to wear the paint off, but definitely needed a new storm door. That'll help with keeping out the weather. But even the hinge right here is broken, and it's kind of sagging because of it. I don't know if you can see the line, but it's sagging. So that was a big one. I'll show you what else I got in the back of the van. So back here is a bunch of shelves, reversible, but we're going to use this side, and you'll see a little bit of that in maybe tomorrow or the next day. We're going to be doing some closet remodeling, so that's going to be a big project. But we picked up those, and let me show you what else. So today when I went to Menards, I wanted to match the white light. The one in the front's broken, I just wanted to match. The side one here, just replace it with one that's the same. But all of them they looked like that, but they were curved, and that would have drove me nuts. So then I was looking at the white ones, and I thought black is like just a better color for this kind of stuff. I don't know if it blends in better, but it looks cleaner and whatever. So then I just ended up getting all new lights because I wanted them all to be black. So these ones will go on the front and the side. This is the garage one, which the garage one I won't have on all the time, but this would be nice. You know, it goes on if I wanted to have it on all the time. It has the photo sensor, and then this one here is going to be the replacement to the floodlight for right there, which lights up the driveway. And that'll be nice in the winter because I'm sure we'll have to snow blow a lot. This neighbor here, she's super nice. Her and I have chatted quite a bit, and she said in the wintertime the snow is so high. I mean, she went like this, like 6 feet high, and she says at the end of the winter there's just no place to put it. But we'll get lake effect here, which can be massive snowstorms, so it'll be interesting for sure to see how that all pans out. That's another reason why I want to get parked in the garage, especially for winter, because there's nothing like starting your car in the morning and then you don't have to wipe it off or whatever, you just go. But yeah, it's got this one LED, and then this one is just regular bulbs. But these are a little fancy, and they had some cheaper ones, but I thought, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to get one that I like. Yeah, so we're going to replace all of those. That way they'll look good. So let's replace this light. I believe this light at one point in time would have had a globe on it, but now it does not. There we go. I don't think so. It's made in China. 05 of 01, so 2001. Not bad. Old one right there. There's our old one. Pretty cute. Like, if it had the little globe on it, it'd be adorable. Red with blue, that would have looked cute. But, it's cute though. Okay, stripped off a bunch of wires so that we can get this on there the right way. Now this should turn on. Dark enough for it yet. Oh, that's really bright. That just blinded me. That looks great. I like that. Got a little bit of light left here, so I'm going to replace that one. That way I can kind of see what that one looks like. And I'll be done tonight. Automatic. You turn the light off, on, and it'll go. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So this one here is 2,000 lumens. Each one of these bulbs is 750 lumens, so it's what, almost 3 times brighter. And these are 15 watts a piece, which is 30 watts, and this is 28 watts. And it's the dusk to dawn, so I can leave it on and it'll turn off when the sun comes up and turn on when the sun goes down. But it's nice and bright. Nice. Now it's getting dark out, so you can see that's a nice bright light. Beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, and we are currently driving to the city of Duluth to pick up a boat. So I believe it was the deer hunting video. I was talking to the dad about buying a boat, and it just so happens that George, you guys are all familiar with George. We see him and his son Steven deer hunting every year. He's been on our channel multiple times. They also have their own YouTube channel called Living North, and you guys should go over there and check it out because they also do cool videos. Like they had a winter camp that I thought was really interesting, and they do their deer hunting videos and stuff too, and I find those videos really interesting, so you guys should go check that out as well. But we're currently running down and meeting up with him because I'm buying a Lund boat from him, and I believe it was his dad's, and then it was passed on to him or however, and now he just hasn't used it in a few years. So we're gonna go and pick it up, and yeah, it should be good. As you all know, I did a little maintenance on this thing because I had that misfire, and I put all new coil pack things and spark plugs in here, and it ran good for like 2 days. The check engine light went away on its own, and I was like, all right, good. Well, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. The check engine light just came back on. It doesn't feel like it's misfiring or anything, so who knows what it can be now. But boy, I've never been a big fan of Dodge, and you know, this van has treated us quite well, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever had, you know, continual issues like this out of any of my other vehicles. All right, everyone, we picked up the boat here, and we are heading back home. Can't wait to show you guys. It is heating up though. It says it's 79, and that sun is really hot today, so we will definitely see what it goes up to, and then we'll also see what it's at when we get home. George and I were just sitting there talking for a minute, and it was hot. I started sweating. Yikes. Anyways, I'll check back in a little bit. You guys, a little sneak peek here. I just pulled off here to get some lunch, but there it is in all of its glory. I'm just going to double check everything's still on there. So this here is a 1964 Lund 14-footer. You can see that the red has faded quite a bit, but it's actually in really good condition. Here's the inside. I don't know if originally they came with this kind of turquoise blue color, but it's really pretty. And George said that this here is the original plywood that came with it, and it was his father's boat, and then I believe it was passed on to him, and now between their canoes and their other boats that they have, they just don't need this one anymore. Here's the back of it. And this was the only boo-boo. He said, I believe they tipped it over. When they tipped it over, it fell on a stick or a tree or something and got a little dent, but he said his son said it doesn't leak water, and I think I'm just going to put a bead of caulking in there and call it a day. And I just noticed that there's this little dent here, but I mean, considering the fact that this thing is from 1964, it's almost 80 years old, it's looking really good. Here's the other side. So I am going to put new lights on it. These ones weren't working, and I'm a big fan of LEDs, so we're going to get some new lights on here. I have to make an adjustment to that bunk and make it a little higher. And it has bearing buddies on it, but it has these little tiny tires. He did give me a spare for it. I might try to find some 4-bolt larger tires, because I think it would ride a little bit nicer. When we were coming back, when I hit a bump, like a big bump, this thing would like fly. And I think a bigger tire would probably help with that. Yeah, but the trailer looks in good shape, and the boat's definitely in good shape, and I love this turquoise blue color that it has. Let's see, we'll just do a little overview here of what I'm going to do to it. The chains are kind of on here, how I think it's kind of weird, and there's no hooks on them, so we are going to probably drill a bolt through here and fix those hooks. And then I was looking at this here, and I'm not very happy with these welds. So I'm gonna drill another probably 2 bolts and bolt this on just in case. And it's an 1 7/8" ball, but I really only like to run 2s, so I'm gonna loosen it up so it fits on a 2-inch. And I mean, you don't really have to loosen it up at all. You're talking 1/8 of an inch, but loosen it enough so it fits on a 2-inch, and then I'll write on there with a Sharpie so I remember. This rope is really dry rotted, so it was breaking on me. I was able to get a good chunk in here, but I'm going to reorder some rope for it. So just kind of little piddly stuff. And then I want to get one of those winches, or tongue jacks, so that I don't have to set it on a bucket, because Rose was already climbing up in here. She's loving it, so I want to make sure if she's on it, it doesn't slip off the bucket, because as soon as that happens, she probably will never want to be by this thing again. But yeah, it's in better shape than I could have even imagined. But yeah. And each one of these has bearing buddies. So I did pump, I think I counted 7 spurts of grease I put in there, and they weren't warm or nothing on the way home, so they'll probably be fine. But I'm going to take them apart and repack them, and then get that bearing buddy greased up real good, and should be fine. So this is the Johnson 9.5 horse engine that comes with it, and this I believe is going to Dad, and I'm going to put the Merc on there, but this is going to need a little bit of fixing. I think he said, well, just one of the spark plugs is looking all rusty, and I'm going to go through it for Dad so it runs. And it came with the gas tank also, and then this is my spare tire, so it still has the sticker on it. I wonder what the DOT code is from this. Let's try to find it here. DOT says 17. I think the last 2 is the year, so that's actually a pretty good tire. Pretty new tire. Sweet. So, hello everyone and welcome back. So today we're going to be working on the closet project. Rose, you want to show them the closet? Come here. Come on in, honey. So this is the closet, and it would be a fantastic space for storing things, but there's no shelves in here, and they really kind of butchered the sheetrock when they fixed the plumbing and stuff for the bathroom, because that's the access point. But what we're going to do is remove out our toilet paper. We're going to remove this wood, the quarter round that they put in. I think that's probably original. This quarter round, probably that quarter round up there, And I went to Menards and I got some fancy like paneling, and we're gonna put 6 shelves in here, panel the sides with some cord around. It'll look really nice. That way we can store toilet paper, paper towels, just, you know, it'd be a really good like linen closet for towels and stuff too. We have this closet here. Oh, what's up?
You wanna go in my room?
Sure. So we have this closet here for storage, and then we have this one here. And this one has nice shelves in it.
Daddy, come on.
But
Come play my Play-Doh.
we need something for paper towels and toilet paper. And right now, this is kind of a waste of space. So we are going to,
Play my Play-Doh.
yep, we're going to
Here you go, Daddy.
get this fixed up.
Here you go. Daddy, what are you doing?
Taking the trim out.
And come here.
Yeah, you can come in. Now you can see better, you know, by putting that little piece of wood in there. They didn't have to worry about the edges being super close. So now we just have
Daddy.
this one strip over here.
Daddy.
Hey, pumpkin. We have this one strip right here, and this is the wire for the I'll show you guys the thermostat, which we kind of wanted to move anyways, so at least I have access to the wire. Maybe I'll slap it here, because we want to put stuff on this wall, so we'll see. But anyways, for now, we have to get that unhooked, because we have it on there with some clips. So you get those undone and then get this final piece of trim ripped out. So we have the back pieces fixed now. They're actually upside down. So they had the small one on the top and the big one on the bottom. But it had the trim mark on it down below here. So I don't know how they missed that. But what we're going to do now is take our measurements and go cut our, I don't know what you'd call that, panel board, I guess. And slap that in here. And that's really going to make this look good. So this piece can't really pivot up in there. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to measure out the distances for the backboards for the shelves, because it's like a 3-inch piece, 2 or 3 inch piece. And then when I get that measured out in there, I'll then have to cut this at that spot so that it's covered. But I don't really know how they would have gotten that piece of sheetrock in there, or it's, what do they call it, like a mold board, because that doesn't have any seams on it. And so I don't know how they got that in there, but maybe without this door in here it would have probably been enough to push it up in there. But yeah, because the only way I can get this in there is put up, you know, if I put the bottom down first, it'll hit up here because it's an 8-foot piece. So yeah, we'll cut that at the right spot. And then there'll be 6 shelves in here, one every foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so we'll just grab one of those spots where that backer board will go, and we'll cut it and seam it. The sides, however, should fit because the sides are a lot smaller. So they should just slide right in here, no problem. But, interesting challenge, that's for sure. Strips are 2.5 inches wide, so we cut this at 47. I'm going to hang the top one first because on the bottom you won't be able to see it because you see nothing but shelf, but at the top you'll be able to see. Up in there you'll see that, but you won't see down below. So hanging the top one first will benefit us because we can eat up some space in the bottom. Another good thing is that quarter round is like 1/2 inch, 1/2 to 3/4. So I can put screws in the corners and no one will ever see them. This will be covered up good. This is all dusty, so I'll dust it off in a minute. It looks a lot better. And like I said, that 4-foot strip is going to sit right here. Or this was 47, and it'll be at 48. So all this gets covered. 2 side panels. It'll look really clean and nice. And actually I'll have enough now when I get that second panel to put a strip up here. And that way that'll all be tied in together as well. So that's going to look so nice. A lot nicer. So this is a easy hang storm door. Well, it's 10 o'clock at night, and we're about done here. Had one comment in particular that stuck with me on the very first video, and that person said, "Must be nice to have unlimited money." And I did reply and I said, "No, it's not unlimited, but here I am at 10 o'clock at night, finishing putting on this door and these 2 lights and stuff, and maybe they're just sleeping already." And maybe that's the difference. If you want it to get done, you're gonna have to do it yourself, so might as well get to it. I do have to make one adjustment. This strip edge, there's a gap there and there's space, so we're gonna move that down. But tomorrow midday we're going down to the in-laws because we're going to Vegas, so I won't be here for a few days, but I just really wanted to get this put on before we go. Okay everyone, this is going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed watching. In the next one, we got to finish that closet, and I'm sure there'll be just a bunch more things to do, but like I said, we're running to Vegas here for a few days, and so the next one won't be up for a little bit, but I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.